Andrea Giannatos.
I wasn't going to speak, but after the discussions regarding the salary caps, I thought it important to just mention a few things. First of all, from everything I've been reading, and I've been reading a great deal about the salary caps, for the district the size of the Freehold Regional District, it has yet to even be determined exactly what the cap is. It's been clearly stated that it is over the $175,000, and I have not read in any of the information that has been made public by the governor exactly how much above that $175,000 it is. That's number one. Number two, both candidates clearly said that they would honor the cap. So I think that also everyone needs to remember that as well. In addition, the executive county superintendents have already been told not to wait till February 4th, but that they can approve contracts. Right now, they cannot approve contracts that go above the cap. So I'm not quite sure where the concern from the public is stemming from. The process is you have to bring that contract to the executive county superintendent, and she cannot approve it. I mean, and her job is on the line unless it meets that cap. So that solves that. In addition, I do realize that someone may feel that this district is a resume builder, but with all due respect, Dr. Kogler, I greatly respect you. I thank you for all the work you've done for this district, but this district needs to move forward. It needs, the superintendent for this district was in this room at that meeting. I saw the future of the Freehold Regional District here. And I have to say, although it may be a resume builder for that individual, there is nowhere else he's going to go, because this is the biggest district, this is the biggest salary. He cannot go anywhere else to earn more money. Yes, it may be a bigger job than he thinks, and down the road he may choose to leave, but he's not going to make more money anywhere else. So this is a position where he can grow, this district can grow through the years. It is a future of this district. He is a leader, he is a visionary, and he is what this district needs. And I am sure with Dr. Kogler by his side, we will see incredible things happen here. So I thank you for your efforts, for the search, and you have your person.
Mrs. Rinaldi and O'Shell and Smith, would one of you get in touch with Dr. Kegler's office, and she will set up a time to come up to Colts Neck High School and sit down and talk to you about your concerns. All right?
Thank you very much.
Thank Dr. Kegler.
Good evening, Vince Dominion, Colts Neck. I didn't sign up.
1 second. I just want to mention, Kathy, I did bring your concern back months ago about it, and I totally agree with you, but then we were in the situation of cutting, and we couldn't add co-curricular stipends when we were taking away. And so it made it very difficult for us to do it, but now that you have a meeting with Dr. Kegler, hopefully things will work to your advantage.
I won't address it anymore, but it's kind of gone back, way back. Mr. Weiser at that time mentioned it was going to be reviewed, and apparently that wasn't.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Vince Dominion, Colts Neck. I hadn't planned on speaking. I didn't sign up, but having seen and listened to Mr. Boyce's excellent presentation, I couldn't let it pass without comment. I think this is very much what you need to be doing right now, and I commend his efforts and the board's efforts for moving forward, looking proactively toward the budgeting, because it is going to be, as we all know, a very difficult year. Something that I was looking at during the presentation, and I feel referendum is the only way to go, looking at your options. And it seems to me that if you are able to fund through a referendum items such as roofs, boilers, things that are your core infrastructural components that are essential to keeping the doors open, I just say, then these are items that otherwise would be in your capital budget within your current expenses and would be competing for dollars with your instructional program. If instead they are funded through a referendum and paid out in debt service, extend over 15 or 20 years, the cost of them would be less per year than if they were done in your current expense budget. And therefore, potentially, simply that fact could lower your tax per year as the dollars were extended out. Certainly, 15 to 20 years from now, I think we're all hopeful that the economy will be in better shape and revenues will be coming along more readily. So I think there's a lot to recommend it over and above the SRECs and all the other benefits. So I think it's an excellent presentation, and I really do support the effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I just have one question. I don't really need to go to the podium. Mr. Boyce, I noticed in your presentation at the bottom of the list of expenditures for expenses, there was an other category for like $17 million. Could you just specify what may be in that category? Or what kinds of things are in that category?
It's everything else. It's the rest of the budget. I pulled out those items that were significant in and of themselves. But if you go through our budget document, we pull out the compensation, the employee benefits section, the special ed tuition, and the energy. So you look through the rest of that thick document, and it's every other transportation, buildings and grounds, media, nurses, it's every other component of our budget. Aside from those that were specifically pulled out. But I can certainly provide that for you.
No, it's in here.
All right, if we're going to go further, you got to come up.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
If I understand correctly, direct employee costs make up our entire budget except for that 17 million, which is computers, textbooks,
Nursing.
everything else, chalk, everything else that we use, right?
Yeah, a couple, if there are no further speakers,
I'd like to make a motion to please give Mrs. Close another minute to finish.
Thank you, no.
all right, there were a couple questions related to the referendum that I wanted to address. First of all, the pre-referendum services, Carl, is for $29,000 the resolution. It's a professional service, so the procurement is not a formal bid. And the way the district does the architects, and this was in place when I got here, and I actually really like it, is you have an option to appoint an architect of record. School districts and many school districts do that, and they use the same architect. What we do is we do it on a project-by-project basis. It keeps it competitive. Nobody gets comfortable. The reason that this group is being recommended is because a couple years ago, they've already done a lot of that work without any compensation associated with it. They happen to be in the best position to understand the state of the facilities and where we can go from here. And given the timeline, that's the basis of my recommendation. And again, it's only pre-referendum services. The referendum itself, that'll be a separate resolution. Mrs. Close, something that you had mentioned, and I certainly appreciate your concerns regarding tax impact, but I would ask that you keep an open mind, and when the actual information is presented to you, that you at least leave it as a possibility that this can be done with dedicating what is a new revenue stream for the district. SRECs don't currently exist with us, so it's a new revenue stream, and if we can design it in a way that dedicates, and I use that word deliberately, legally dedicates that revenue stream for debt service, then I can say with confidence that it is a tax-neutral decision. So when you go into the booth and you vote on the referendum, it will have no impact on your taxes. That's what we're exploring. That's what we want to be. We do think that taxpayers have a seat at the table. And while the other option would be to bring all of that revenue stream into the general fund and used to address the 10 million, I think that the balance that we're looking for would be to let's put some of it and take care of the debt service, and the balance of it we'll use to address the 10 million. I think that's the course of action, certainly an option to the board if they choose to do that. Bond payments, yes, it is issuing debt, but that debt, as I've said, it can be financed in various ways, and that's what we're going to look at. I think was all for me.
That's why
Other questions?
I commended your presentation.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I keep it open-minded.
Great.
I just want to express my concern
Fair enough.
about the referendum.
Okay.
Mr. Sage, your primary question, I think, has been addressed.
Thank you. I think I can read between the lines. Thank you.